out at the range with my MP5 SD or the AP5 SD from Century Arms, manufactured by MKE in Turkey. So this has been converted. It has an actual SD barrel, the proper locking block, and then a high-tech Arms suppressor. They also did the conversion on this AP5 SD. The other thing I have changed is the handguard on here. It looks like factory, but this is actually the Broad River Tactical handguard, or shroud I should say, and it is a lot higher quality than the one that actually comes with the AP5 SD, so nice little upgrade there. Now the purpose of today's video is to compare the high-tech Arms SD suppressor, this is the 12-inch version, with my Omega 36M, which has the Broad River Tactical SD adapter attached. So you can see here I have the Omega 36M. It has a Charlie to Bravo adapter, and then it has a Bravo to Alpha adapter, because this is actually the Alpha adapter from Broad River Tactical, because I'm typically going to be using this with my Omega 9K suppressor. But all these different adapters all work together and make this an SD suppressor, which is really cool because you can have an SD type of firearm and you don't have to buy a dedicated SD suppressor. You can just get one of these adapters from Broad River Tactical and throw it on there. I have another video on this, which I shot before I actually had the high-tech Arms suppressor. And if you haven't already seen that, make sure you check that out. In this video, I'm going to compare the two to see how much of a difference there is from this to the actual high-tech Arms SD can. Now, one thing to take into consideration is you can put any suppressor on this Broad River Tactical adapter here. So this isn't necessarily a comparison of this adapter as much as it is the suppressor that's on it, because you can run any suppressor on them. They have threads for Alpha, Bravo, and then the Wolfman thread. So really any suppressor can be ran as an SD as long as it is 36 caliber or more, and you can run a 9mm projectile through it. So let's head down range and start off with the high-tech Arms suppressor, because that's what's currently attached on the AP5 SD. All right, so let's load it up. I'm running 115 grain supersonic ammunition in the AP53. The SD takes supersonic ammo and it makes it subsonic. So this is going to be hearing safe. There's no need for any ear pro. I've got the mic switched up here, so hopefully it's going to give you a more realistic idea of what I'm hearing at the shooter's ears. All right, we have the high-tech Arms suppressor with 115 grain supersonic ammunition. Of course, it sounds really good. Let's switch suppressors and see how it sounds with the 36M using that Broad River Tactical adapter. And for comparison's sake, you can see that the overall length is very similar, if not the same, on these two suppressors. So probably a really good comparison there. Got the 36M up top with the Broad River Tactical and the high-tech Arms on the bottom. The 36M is attached. Let's go ahead and see how this sounds. All right, so again, it's really hard to tell with that break in between. The only way that we're really going to be able to hear a difference is the side-by-side that I'm going to have at the end of this video. So make sure you check that out and let me know how that sounds. I will say that either way, both of these sound great, and I can't really, if you pick one or the other, you can't go wrong. If you want a legit MP5 SD suppressor, then obviously the high-tech Arms option is the way to go. These are quote-unquote clone correct for your MP5 SDs. If that's the route you want to take, then definitely pick one of these up. It's a great suppressor and you can't go wrong. On the other hand, if you're not too worried about it being clone correct, you just want an SD type of firearm, whether it be an MP5 like this or maybe even an AR9 SD, then the Broad River Tactical Adapter with your favorite suppressor is a really good option as well. If you check out the previous video I compare the 36M and my Omega 9K using this same adapter. Both of them sound really good, but obviously this has more internal volume, so this one at the end of the day does sound a little bit better to me. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. But for today's video, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Which one do you think sounds the best? Make sure you stick around for that side-by-side at the end, and let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.